How did the defense look after reviewing film a little bit more?
Always a lot of, we had mistakes, we had missed tackles, a lot of things. Obviously, I could have called a much better game than I did, so I look at myself first. I tell the guys, always look in the mirror, not out the window. Look at yourself, what we can do better as a staff, what I can do better, and then we take it from there.
With the linebackers in particular, what were the causes behind all those missed tackles?
I think it's just some fundamental things that we didn't do well. We had to get back to the basics, a lot of things we were doing, and it wasn't just linebackers. There was some other, everybody had a part in those missed tackles. And you're never going to be good on defense if you can't play fundamental, sound, good football, because that's what the nature of the game is.
How do you go about correcting some of those things?
We get to work on it. We get back to practice. We work hard. We emphasize all the little things again. Go back to scratch, start over again. There's an old saying: if you take care of the little things, the big things will take care of themselves. So when that does happen, the only way I know how to correct it is to go back to the basics and start over and get ourselves fundamentally sound.
Have you seen stuff in practice that's going to let you believe that you're on the right track?
I hope so. We've been practicing hard the last couple of days. Our attention to detail has been much better for the last two practices. Got to carry it on for Thursday and Friday and go into the game with the appropriate attitude. And there's a lot of other things besides just the tackling part. What will help us is be a little bit smarter, knowing down and distances, understanding what people are trying to do to us. So there's a lot of things that we're trying to emphasize this week.
How do you think Mossy looked in the few snaps he got at safety?
I thought he played well the few snaps he got. One of the things you don't want to do is, I'd rather be a week late with someone than a week early and put him in a situation where he's not quite ready for it. And there's a lot of things were going on last week, and we got him some reps and some coverages that he would know. And each week, Coach Martin tries to, this week, he's trying to emphasize a few more coverages.
How much do you see his kind of game reps on defense expanding?
Not sure. I think a lot will have to do with the game and how much he progresses here toward the end of the week.
What do you think the biggest challenge is going into an offense like Arizona State's that's going to spread on the ground and as well in the passing game?
Yeah, well, it's a tough offense to defend. I think they have an excellent football team, and I think they're a very explosive football team. So one of the things we have to do is we have to understand, how they're going to attack us.
Do you think their offense, they had 14 points last week, but do you think they're maybe a better offense than they showed?
Yeah, I think they have a much better offense than that. I think one of the things everybody forgets, the 1 yard line, they were on the 1 yard line going in, they fumbled and went the other way is one thing. There's some plays they were dead on, they dropped some balls, and so it's just, when that happens with that explosive offense, it's again the little things, they just didn't do them well, and I'm sure they're going to try to correct those and come in here Saturday, and I guess they came in here a couple years ago and won too, so this is a big game for both teams on Saturday.
Does anything about their offense stand out to you in particular?
Yeah, I think they're very explosive. They know exactly what they're doing. They understand the mechanics of their offense and how they want to move the football on you and how they want to attack what we're playing. So, we're just going to have to be ready for a little bit of everything.
When you shoot like the zone read, even though maybe Mike Verkovici isn't a great, runner, do you have to prepare maybe a little bit more just because we've now put that on film?
Yeah, it's on film. They see it. They're going to look at it and say, okay, how can we attack them? We'll just have to get ourselves ready for it.
In what ways has watching your guys in actual games helped you maybe understand the personnel a little bit better than what you did to kind of learn in practice?
Well, I think one of the things being on the sideline with them has helped me a lot because I understand now from looking at them what they grasp from what I'm saying, okay? And that takes some time. We've been in 4 games now, so I have a better feel when we do talk about things, if they're okay with it. Are we okay? Like I look in their eyes and I can kind of tell now. A lot of times they'll give you the head nod, I got it, but now I'm starting to figure out that they really haven't.
And can that help you change much in what you're doing and the way you're calling the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll have a better rapport back and forth to communicate with each other as I ask them different questions, and things that they feel comfortable doing.